Hey there, welcome to Maritime Foam. I'm here again to talk about Mega XL. Again, just because it's new, it's fun, and I have been all about the BOOMDOZER, incorporating it into games. I've had fun modding it. I did not have fun taking it apart, but overall, super happy with this blaster and the new ammo type. I have another one that I'll be keeping Mega XL, and then this will be the one that I try different cylinders. I'm actually printing off a short dart cylinder right now, and then after that I'll do the regular elite dart cylinder and see how those work. But I want to talk about something other than the BOOMDOZER. I want to talk about the big rig. I managed to find a big rig at Toys R Us, and while I've kind of gotten to the point where I only buy blasters secondhand or thrifted for the most part, I'm kind of making an exception, obviously, for things that are brand new. Going to be quite a while before I can find a thrifted BOOMDOZER or a thrifted, I wanted to call this one Big Daddy, a thrifted big rig. So this is the Mega XL single shot, comes with 3 darts, has some onboard storage. I don't usually think a whole lot about onboard storage, and usually I guess I don't even always use it, but with these ones the darts are so big I might actually use it to keep them from getting crushed. So that's kind of interesting. I've read that the slide on this is really good, so I'm looking forward to actually trying it out in person. Let's open it up. Wow, this is, I guess as expected, really front heavy for a pistol, but it is kind of that super hand cannon. I really like that. I really like that it has the this breakout kind of theme is kind of neat. I mean, it's kind of neat because these are brand new. I mean, do I wish the logo wasn't quite so big on it, so that when you paint it or theme it or do anything with it, it didn't quite stand out so much? Sure. But we'll let that go because it's big and it's new, and these are kind of the flagship ones. All of the Mega XL seem to have this kind of theme of this big flared barrel thing, and I took it off my BOOMDOZER shotgun, and I might take it off my other one, although I do kind of like I like having a stock version of blasters that I'm modding. I wish that they just made it some sort of, you know, like an end strike barrel where we could take it on and off. I think that would have been really neat, as opposed to solvent welded on. So this one is actually all one piece, and that's because when I put in my Mega XL dart, snug fit. The dart is actually in this part, so it would be not an easy thing to cut this part down if you wanted it to look, well, face you, if you wanted it to have kind of this profile, which looks really neat. And I mean, I could really see, I would imagine that people will take off this onboard dart storage too, and then you could have this really neat hand cannon profile. Yeah, I'm sure there's a way. We prime the blaster by sliding the whole top back like that. It's actually, it's a little bit slippery actually. It does have this, maybe, I don't know, I'll try it a few times I guess before I make that call. That's a pretty big slide. I'll be curious to see how the kids make out priming that. I'm going to fire at my mannequin target that I have just shy of 30 feet away. It's nighttime, I'm inside. You know what? I did not hit my mannequin target, but I came very, very close. The dart flew pretty well. It might have been just as much me. The grip is not bad. I wish the grip was the same as the BOOMDOZER. The BOOMDOZER grip is really comfortable. This one feels a little bit short, or a little bit snug, and it's kind of abrasive on that part of my finger. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you would really want to, I think, steady this one if you were kind of angling a shot and actually trying to hit something down the field. But I mean, a pretty neat option to carry on a sling, or maybe make some sort of makeshift holster to just have one shot. I guess I don't know, if I was going to carry something on a sling, I'd probably carry the whole BOOMDOZER, so I had 6 shots as opposed to this one. But I don't know. it's kind of neat. I could see this also being a really neat integration into something, maybe where it slides into that. Maybe it could be kind of a master key setup where it's underneath the barrel of another blaster. I don't know. That's not something that I've done. I'm sure if I look around, I'm sure someone is already doing that. It's not like I would be the first to have that thought. So a neat blaster. I'll fire off a few more shots. I'll let you see a few shots. I mean, this feels kind of like the jolty version of the Mega XL. I do like that it has the slide. It's ergonomically not, it's not as good as it, like, I can feel the strain in my arm just holding this blaster like this. So I would think for a kid this would be a lot to hold on to. But I mean, I guess that's kind of the other good thing about this dart storage is it's a pretty comfortable place to hold on to it. So I'm gonna fire a couple more down at my mannequin target, see if I can hit them. I would run these through a chronograph, but I only have a small one of those shoot the dart through it chronographs that are more for airsoft. I am going to get a better chronograph at some point so I can go through these. This feels like it's doing about the same as the BOOMDOZER. That's not very scientific. Oh, just shy of my mannequin. I'm gonna try another one. I wonder if these are going a little bit harder than my... They seem a little more... That was a little low. I didn't hit my mannequin target. Maybe on the ones I do for you guys I will. It feels about the same as a BOOMDOZER. I can't really test that side by side because my BOOMDOZER fires 3 Mega at once instead of Mega XL. So we're just going by gut feel, and it feels similar. So $29.99 Canadian compared to $59.99. So, you know, half the price. Kind of feels like less than half the blaster though. Not quite as cool as this one. But I don't know. I mean, I have a soft spot in my heart for all blasters. This one's a neat one. It's a good, cheaper way to get Mega XL if you're using that for a game type or if you want to just check it out or play around with it. And it will be very fun to bonk people with these huge darts. Let's see some test shots from the other point of view.
All right, sorry for the mess here. Let's see if we can hit our mannequin from almost 30. It's probably more like 26. Hey, we had a hit. And I would say, I don't know, I feel like that's in that 50-ish somewhere FPS just from the feel of firing that. Let's try another one. Ooh, a little too much angle. That's what I get for filming and firing at the same time. But that was a pretty consistent fire. I was just aimed a little bit higher. So I'll do one more. That was a little off. But you know, no Nerf is perfect. So for anyone too wondering what is going on in the background, that is this is some of my girlfriend's board game collection. She had a board game cafe. Unfortunately, that had to close because of COVID. So that shares a space with my Nerf headquarters here.
Well, there you have it. All in all, Nerf must be pretty happy. People do generally seem to be saying a lot of good things about Mega XL. I mean, I think the big difference is, yes, Mega XL is just a bigger version of Mega Darts, but it's also kind of a more practical missile. It's something you can work in a game types and have different rules for, as opposed to, you know, switching from elite darts to ultra darts. You're not going to make special rules around an ultra dart. I don't think. Maybe people do. And the same as hyper rounds. You're not going to do special rules for hyper. And hyper, they go a little faster, but they have a lot of disadvantages too. I don't know. I do like the Rush 40. I definitely don't like hyper as much as I would like rival. If you're going to add something new, it should feel a little more different. Even though this is just a bigger dart, it feels more different than hyper, which is just a smaller rival ball, and ultra, which is just a weirder elite dart. That's not even true, but you know what I'm trying to say. If you get one, if you have one, let me know what you think. I think it's kind of neat because I'm riding the Mega XL High. If I had got this first, I think I would have been like, okay, neat. I definitely was a lot more excited with the BOOMDOZER.
All in all, a neat blaster that does what it's supposed to, which is be an entry into Mega XL. I think with the barrel nubbin and the underdart storage, there's too much plastic on this blaster. It's kind of like trying to one-hand wield a mastodon up there. It's very front heavy. My hand is already tired. Maybe I am just weak, and I probably am. Anyway, it does its job. A couple other little quick things I want to mention. Sorry, this is so piecemeal. I do a lot of this when it's late and I'm tired and should be in bed. There is a rail underneath. Maybe you could add a grip down there. I definitely wouldn't want to add anything else that would add more weight to this blaster. And the other thing that's kind of neat is the detailing here makes it look like this would prime over top of that white, like the white bit with the line with the faux groove. It makes it look like this top part would slide over this. Oh, my fingernails are filthy. I was out one wheeling today. It makes it look like this whole thing would move, but this white piece and the black, like everything kind of at this line, this whole thing slides back. So it's kind of a nice little detail. It would have actually been nicer if it had actually slid back that way. It feels like a lot for the whole thing to slide back the way it does. I can't do it while I'm holding a camera, but you can see this whole part moves. So anyway, just kind of interesting. And I do wish I could take off that barrel. I'm sure we'll figure out something.
I can't wait to see what Mega XL comes out next. Thanks. Bye.